Please, let's not have stampede.
The president is going to move around, joined by a team of the few of our dignitaries that have joined us on this great occasion. Kindly keep seated. We are going to be represented by this selected team on our behalf. We want to thank you, our colleagues in leadership, all the leaders of the opposition parties that have come to join us.
Thank you very much. We came to conquer. We came to conquer. We came to conquer.
Definitely we came to conquer as the president moves around.
Those who doubted us, those who called us the world, those who still doubt us, we can assure you, we are here to do what you think we're going to do. We're still here and we gave ourselves the duty to liberate this country.
I doubt whether they still doubt. This is a remarkable day for the National Unity Platform. This is an event that you should mark on your own calendars. This is a day that will never be forgotten by the National Unity Platform because we now have what we call home. This is our home. As they do dance, this is our home. We should say welcome home. This is the home of the National Unity Platform. We want to thank everyone that has joined us on this day. We thank you for joining us as a team, as freedom fighters, to have our own home officiated. We want to thank the media. We want to thank you all Ugandans out there who are watching us. And we want to thank you, the genuine leaders that have come to this place. This is an event that will never be forgotten in the history of the Republic of Uganda. We do appreciate you all, ladies and gentlemen.
We appreciate everybody. Thank you, the traditional dancers.
When that Kubandi is such a long and a couple of others, so let's talk about the soccer. Kubandi is such a winner. Well, of course, I'm not going to achieve.
National Unity Platform.
Bagenda kusuja ebigere, bagenda kukolima.
Tubadde tuyagalira kamocha naye ate kati wagazi
bagenda kufa. Naye nga mu byonna kyamaanyi nnyo ekibiina myaka ebiri yakisobodde okusumba ekitebe.
abaawanga wano gyo basuzeewo
ebadde fitina
naye bagende nga si waabwe era ne bagenda.
era bagenda kyokole batwabatawaanyise kuloka kibayi tibajja kugenda.
Those who captured this country slept here.
They already left.
But it was not their home, they had to leave in the morning.
They knew that. That's why they had to leave and they finally left.
They left.
Thanks for being so peaceful. Wabalafunga emirembe.
Nakyemalira Yoweri Kaguta Museveni wano we tugenda okusinziira okulumba.
Okununula Uganda.
Nakyemalira Yoweri Kaguta Museveni wano we tugenda okusinziira okuzoganya.
Wano wenyini teri kulanga kulala. Era bonna beebale. Kusaba Parliament kijja President amaze okukomawo.
Abakulembeze mwena ababedde.
Kabeera tujja kubanjulanga President wali abalabeko.
Kati embeera z'agambo bawaiswa nanjogera ku mbeera z'ebulamusiza.
Waiswa Chairman walo si wano wawano wali.
Chairman ero si wano. Ono abaawo nnyo ne mu kutuguza yaliwo.
Naye nga singa bulaba.
Chairman ero si wano. Sibanyo batuuse. Chairman ero si wano.
Kozi meya kyatwala wano.
Meya atwala wano. Bamuyita Serunjojo ow'eddembe. Serunjojo ow'eddembe.
Oye mukulembeze atwala ekitundu.
Oyo kulaba alire Nakatono Sifa.
Webale kulwana. Bakasala atwala ekitundu kino webali.
Webali.
Balireka abayimireko batuubireko.
Musuubuga Muhammad abatwala ekibuga kino. Musuubuga Muhammad ow'ekyalo kino. Aliwo awulire ku bantu. Taliwo. Everybody feel at home. Musuubuga Muhammad. Thanks okulaba.
Speaker of Namulageta, Speaker of Kampala.
Nabalaze Alex Robans Wanyaga.
Robans Walinyo. Aya kuwira ku bantu Zara Yulika. Webale baba wale pasa kaya Suba. Basinia citizen wa inangu kitundu kino. Tuombe kwani batuwewa lokuweso mkolo kuletiba. Ata mwewa lakume milembe. Nakume tebele wa international platform. Kuzoganya le kuzoganya ngukisa ito bakimanyi alele tususa mukumbera we chaita kusinisa eka jeno sawa ya milembe wena kwa mkolektiba
Sweet mama
aliwo yo
Sweet mama tukula mtiza nyo wele commission yo wele commission
jamani nyanzu mlabye
jamani nyanzu nambweni
atambutemu jamani nyanzu wema lomuli mukuno abasanga wema lele nda Wamula gani maluka baluni zanda nisoko abikate mutya wawuli ekibaluka sigala ng'otudde omanyayo baluni anagenda abagenda bajjagenda sabakole MC wange muleka akole nakoze omulimu guno omulungi mobilization okulaba ng'ekifo kino kiyonjebwa waisasaba obebazeeko
twagala okwebaza mwena abafuuti soja na mwena abakoze omulimu omunene ogw'ettendo wano waliwo electoral commission netamwogera kati ayinza ogituma amaiso tukulamusiza ayinza ogamba nti sebo baba mulamwisa
nange mulamusiza olusoga sirwigi naye nkulamusiza nnyo sebo
banakawembe kubire onalaba osajiriji ngalo ez'amaanyi
walinyo
oyo musajja wange nawulireyo timumanyi toli musajja wange
kyaliwo nnyo nange ekyo akimanyi
oyo musajja wange sajirigaki
okuva dda mwemanyidde ebbanga naye nga honorable sajiri yatwaniriza ku mukolo guno pulezidenti ajja kulaba nga zze honorable bedi bwanika mwamulabye
honorable bedi bwanika
naye wali nnyo
honorable Aloysius Mukasa
samba honorable Patrick Oshabe
honorable Nyeko Derek
Iwana Christine n'aba mutunuuzizaamu kamera
honorable Simbwa
honorable Olanisa Wanyana
honorable Muwada
ezaake naye yasse
honorable Kakabazi Francis atudde kumpi ne Katabu amanya agamatabo Katabazi ne Katabu omu atawula eri Lukalunga omulala atawula Kibuga ngamba ogamba chairman w'Owakiso ate abakawanika oyo maama wange ndibobeti namozi bakireke ebeku abo bavani bava bakobe honorable Serukenya David buli kiseera obeerawo tuline honorable Matobo Charles awali omukule akubuzeekawo kumpi namudala onalebuyirira bakulabe kusibu Kawuye kulamusiza nnyo
omulasindi eweddeyo maama mpiki olwobonaboze teki maama webale kujja era mwebale keera olwobosanja Patrick jenjero oweddeyo webale kujja ababaka ba palamenti netwinayo ababaka okuva mu biina ebirala seba abatali bato
waliyo honorable Daniel Aga
Daniel Aga alirudda abantu bakulabeko
aviira nno ddala Jjinja
webale kujja
Oyema City, you're most welcome. Nabaguda Moses ayombedeyo mukono awo asoyogera boyima oyina Buddha Moses Honorable Latif Seragala, you're most welcome. Honorable Kavule, you're most welcome. Chairman WPG Sebu Sanyo Kulaba Imukoli Muka Mutoba Kulabeko Mukumiro Chairman WPG Ngale Zamani.
So information minister wange Joyce Magala ntwalirudda.
Honorable Joyce Magala Sanyo Kulaba
owamawulire kulutolomba gavumenti okabineti yaffe.
Honorable Nawukira Hanifa Mukono Sanyo Kulaba kabineti yonna ejjudde. Sabo bakabineti minisita bebale kudda babakatako bebale kudda waliwo ne Honorable ow'enjawulo Honorable kifo ky'okulangirira Waiswa balangiriramu ye Honorable Timothy Batuwa, you're most welcome, Sebu.
Honorable Timothy Atanga ya shadow minister yakona kubyobula bahonde bawala kujja
sanyo kulaba
kuna chimsi na kala latifa alirudda
wali awo
sana kala wana kujja nala beko kuwalukoka madrasi walukoka bele hajirudda
madrasi walukoka wali
wala kujja wala waluma
Speaker, we wachiso Nadia, Sansenyo Kulala. Speaker, we Nasana, Kasuzi, Sansenyo Kulala.
Honorable Joseph Saungu, Gonzaga Goza.
Sansenyo Kulala.
Isti bakazi kuweleza bananga batangala bako. Olongera kuba kulwa bali.
Wali wote yapansoni wange weyo mutambala.
Yani oyo.
Nambo barashida Sansenyo Kulala.
Ani wondat.
Na aja timuka.
Bwana mulabya kombache kama weche bali ndio. Mwache kama honorable. Wewe ja. Abantu barengo. Mukulu senta muso tukwaniriza wabale kujja.
Kutambula bekyaje yange enyokolo nakulanga.
Local government challenge on popular mbowa kulu abali wano kwa local government. Speaker sana yulikakola kutimwe twelisia bakulembeze local government.
Local government speaker winakawa Sebu Sansenyo Kulala. Wibale kueleza.
Wabale kujja. Newa waulianga na tukuongedeko sababu tukubaka matuwani kandaeze tukunanda.
Owetu baka namwongedeko.
Owetu baka?
Mbera ze. Naya mudamu.
Mbera za owetu baka? Ala kubireko mbera ze kubireko ndabeti joli. Webale jogo webale jala webale kujja.
Tokandi wala na Sansenyo Kulala.
Christine ndi wala na mama ulamu. Wabale bakete nyabo tabasanzewo wabale kujja bashirumira wabale
Honorable Veronica Kamwanjude.
Veronica Kamwanjude honorable. Tulinza listi ya kambu loko government nenga bafutu soja wabamuzizako Waiso bafutu soja wabamuzizako
Bafutu soja tubalamsiza nyonyo. Bafutu soja people power.
Bakaitabagenda kusaba abala nyawa balimezala bakulu kusimanya mukola abakaba parliament wenna ba cabinet ministers abakulu honorable Basi Mpuga Nsamba webale kuweza mkolo kuna ekitiibwa naye nga tibadde bakakatako the media crew Waiswa saboyogera media buli media eri wano bogereko bakulu
twagala okwebaza all the media houses
here
online aba online twagala okubebaza aba online
online bakonsenja okuva kyobedda abali obalaba ekiri ku mpawo ekiri Kavule obedda bakiraba live.
We have teams from Acholi, Honorable Mungu Brian, Honorable Winnie Okidi, Honorable Aboke Sekondo, Honorable Emma Okot, Honorable Apod Patrick. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Speaker Wemachinde, Charles Banane Taiwali. Speaker Wemachinde, Wemane Kucha.
Devande Kebale constituency science okulaba.
Kansala Wagonza.
Balodi Kansala.
Balodi Kansala.
Balodi Kansala muibile mwena Balodi Kansala kadamu alimukiza.
People power.
People power.
Power.
Manyo tagala Balodi Kansala nusifa hizo kubuze bibuzo.
Nayenga simu tuufu.
Ate walisindikiza.
Lwaki obajogelewa wanayitawo sempule. Bw'oba mu Kampala University recognize them. Yanga tulaba ekyalambula. President akyatambula n'ettiimu bakyalambula. Oliwo ddembe kati okunyumya ne munno. President akyalambula.
Kategera akayimba kamu kokka. Akayimba kamu DJ Toya akayimba kamu. Abalinga bamaliriza tukoleyo akayimba kamu balinga bamaliriza. Akayimba kamu then tubabulire kitako.
Wagano olwo kansala mukanzikiriza.
Awo tetujja bamalayo nalebo bangi. Bakansalazi mwena tusanyusa nnyo mwena okubalaba balodi kansalazi LC3, LC4, LC5. Asante sana. Manyi nsigo Jamalo kati agamba kasajja kaliranye okwogera amanya gabe. Obudde.
Tunanabaayo omuyimbi omwakisabiseemu. Naye nga ba traditional dance mwebale. Mwebale twetakayiringa obulungi. Waliwo abakola tebakoze bulungi.
Kitakurundo dese makuru tubadde bantu bana bw'abanna baggetu naye engeri gye tuzirisemu tuvudde ebitasana ngotunyonyola buleeta mamba tiyegasi n'emigo atera mujje mutukube mwatusalako wano mu byembolembola nti museyamba gwanga so nga temuppa gwanga Mr. DJ awagwa sio Mr. Uganda no munda mugetunga sejama manajika kuruno desimakuru tubadde bantu bana mwana batetuna yengeri kitusirise kutufunde bitasana mwetujenyola muleta mapati yagasine miko atera mujje mukuwe mwatusala kuwano mubyembolembola temuseyamba kwanga sobadde mupakwanga kulika mufunamo mukusambu tokyuka batume mufuko mwamu mugenda pata tubakoye mwabasebo Mutuvira mafundale Presidare wa geto Akalulu ka Mr. President wanika woti Wanika kumuroti Wanika woti Showtime Wano yukando kusubuzibu Mubisela bya mini yali kanswaswa Kusala wa geto tewani matona Yekati mukuru na manga zana wa
omulabi atulaba essaawa zino ku Brush TV nja kusaba nteerawo komenti awo okusinziira ku kiki ky'olaba ogende osubscribing eno subscribinga
Atendo mwana watu wakomotima kunga unafunga wakamula wa ofuna ritengo Afenda na kuzoze kechibasa chengizu yeno malo chifula Epa molire seseke Nino sita ulimbana mwabira wakukwe Tukira seba galanga chai yeka Atendo na kechima watu chamu kwa Uki wa opposition atera hoa irakosi Wani kofi Wani kawotu Emunduze Eriabalo Chicho wina Ukuna penda de kulirizo Tari mugeko suki wafe manga Erazo wenda uli na chomu Mata ya kwa tindorwa Ateze mapita fara Ono yadde wadde yabiyimba kati naye namwandiga tomuwandalimba Katonda ffe bagambye awakanya ebyange oli kusagayo kayale kuleka ekaka wamazimanyi obandoota jiddeyacayo ebadde yalabanange masanyette munoonya ate lukwagwaleka mulinyerere tumala kukyusa eggwanga ulira wadro wama etwale mu Uganda yaffe batusanga tweyagalira kuno ne bajja ne batusalako bajja n'amakato gaabwe n'obukoyo bwali bubyolese netubesiga netubakoka mu kapanga netubafiirira yenerumonde yaffe twali bagagga be bamala weteeza omukubire mu ngalo wanika bumuga buli awakira Bobi w'emyaka amaze enkyukakyuka ejja kujja wanika bwoti munakyukakyuka kati musembeyo ne kano ono ekitiibwa kimusaana ono entebe yemugwana ono Bobi kale yali omubanda kati ffe bwe tuyinamu enkyukakyuka ono ekitiibwa kimusaana ono entebe yemugwana ono Bobi kale yali omubanda kati ffe bwe tuyinamu enkyukakyuka wama atubadde mu kutya taata tubadde mu kufa ng'obulamu bwagana nga buli kye tukwateko taata kitagisaamu omukono gw'ekyuma kyagala ennyo mwana
entertainment omanyi bwetandikayo teggwa. When the entertainment starts, it doesn't stop. People power! Are you feeling irate? Are you feeling alright? Are you feeling empowered? Bakansala mwena abava Makinde Sabagabo tusanyuse nnyo okubalaba. Bakansala mwena byonna gye muli tusanyuse nnyo okubalaba. Njagala okwebaza bannamubende mwena abatindise engendo ne mujja nengera Sumaya webale nnyo webalire ddala. Njagala okwebaza mwena abavudde ekira honorable wange ow'ebuyukwe wamwogeddeko. Honorable w'ebuyukwe wamwogeddeko.
Honorable w'ebuyukwe mbadde sinamwogera.
Wali awo wali.
Aliyo.
Owabakyala. Atudde kumpi. Kola ki buvuma ate kalanga wamulabe mama w'ebyennyanja kankomaawo bakwanjudde dda.
Honorable Mwanga Kivumbi nkulabyekaawo ssebo wabale Butambala ejjudde emmotoka esibye ekkubo
bakansalazi mwenna twagala okubeebaza. Nalengeddeko ttiimu ezivudde Masaka,
tulina n'abavudde e Lwengo Kyala Nabalamba Smart Bukoto Midwest. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Tusanyuse nnyo okulaba.
Baliweza wali engineer Tata Makubo mu Kampala.
Tusanyuse nnyo okulaba.
Engineer kola nnyo omulimu amakubo galongoke mu Kampala City.
Honorable Kirumira kyotera tusanyuse nnyo okulaba.
Nina ne Serubula Steven. Honorable Serubula.
Werugazi.
Tusanyuse
nnyo sebo okulaba.
Wagala okujja omubaka.
Alice Nanungi Masaka kansala tusanyuse nnyo okulaba.
Kansala namulabye ne mwanjula.
Meya we Nansana wamulabye. Kansala Bakite tusanyuse nnyo okulaba.
Waliwo anampadde akapapula agambye obuhizi worship Kira municipality Mutebi Julius is present. Sabo kasomye nga boka.
Meya tukusanyukidde nnyo sebo meya ow'Ekira municipality Mwami Mutebi. Tukano wedda nze gwendi naye
n'omwerabira naye nga byonna mwebala obuweereza.
Twasiima nnyo byonna.
Era nga tukyasimira ddala
yongera ogamba abantu bonna abali mu Uganda abali e Bulaya n'abali wano nti Big Eye tuli naye. Big Eye yimuka Big Eye. Tubalabira ku bikolwa ki? Tubalabira ku bikolwa ki?
Ku bikolwa byabwe n'ab'emukono Male Wilson Angamenti yalifu flaga bearer mukono sauti. Mukulu batwaniriza nnyo ku mukolo guno.
Dr. Bitone, jangu. DJ. Bitone, katuweyo Bitone, akadatika kamwe bamwita Dr. Bitone. Omugenyi bwe yayise naye teyamugulidde. People power. Our power.
Sebo Honorable Waiswa. Omugenyi bwe nayise naye bamuyise Madam Harriet Noble. Era nga yakiikiridde Luke chapter from London.
Laki imugamba Katonda weebale omuntu wa Bobi Wine. Nega fena ogamba Katonda weebale omuntu wa Bobi Wine. Ogamba Katonda jikube. Emikono wati. Mikono. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
People power,
Our power.
NUP, everywhere. Abakulembeze mwena abenansa natubaniriza.
Era nnyonyi ddala.
Honorable Paul Mwiru tukwaniriza.
N'abenjeru tubaniriza. Ajatina Chirija Aisha Chairperson MPG Mama Tukulabye. Honorable Zamuche Inawakiso District. Wasenga Muchintu kino.
Ate era wano tulinawo n'omusajja.
Eyakola ki?
Mukuteekateeka.
Okola ki?
Ennaku zino bamuyita nkuuka tobongota. Abitex sebo musiringuzi abe.
Abitex wabala kujja. Subira kono ba minister kulaba wabala kujja Abitex.
Abitex ubira ku minister.
Ubira ku minister kulaba ku
minister ubira. Mukasa bajo nayeha bajolusa akowa atayinza okuba ina meeting gyalimu yakoyi kale wisdom Omukono guno guleesa abantu n'ebbanja. Ayinza okuba talina kati tuni tebagitaddeyo amala ziteekayo. Bamembers ba National Executive Committee tusanyuse nnyo mwenna okubalaba era mwenna muyimuke abantu babalabe. Mwenna aba Executive Committee ffenna tuyimirire. Executive Committee Pastor Muwanguzi Hajat, Pastor Muwanguzi Aguda Moses Hajat bangi aba NUP. Hajat tukusanyuse nnyo okulaba maama waffe mukulu wa kimu namulabye wakiza mukulu wa kimu alirudde ne kabako yazze wali kabako alirudde akiza kimu kabako aliwa kabako tulubira kabako Mr. Kabako Tusumule alirako kuliko mukono kumuvoti mweyagaliza ensi mweyagaliza chakulani mweyagala presidenti wo mweyagaliza ensi okola boti abantu eno basumulula Amerika bala bana bintu bala pesa ibi
Your pain and your grief and your fears, and no to be strong. Never let your troubles knock you and keep you down. Think about tomorrow and look beyond your fears. There are days when the sky's not blue and everything is a sign of will be alright. I say you will overcome every situation. It seems impossible until it's done. Better days must come and the sun will rise. No matter how dark the night might be, nobody will have a right to kill another man. Over there, misery will be in the box. Hospital with good medication. Every doctor you will have a chance to go school. No more shedding of blood on the streets. No more human rights violation. No more hunger. No more. Everybody will have the opportunity. One day everything is gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Someday everything will be alright. One day everything is gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Someday everything will be alright.
Oh dear, thank you, Honorable.
Luno olunaku lwa byafaayo buli omu luwandiike kalenda Nizali nga 3 Ogw'Ekkumi 2023 Twakulawo ekitebe kya International Platform olunaku lwa byafaayo nga tuli waffe bannanki bajumba twongera kwebaza President n'ettiimu yonna gy'akola nayo ttiimu ya kuli mwebale yamuli okubazzi Media bakunywa obongere okunywa tusigala kwatubebaza mwebala omulimu obulungi abakulembeze bwenna
tweyungitwako abakulu bangi obupapula nina bungi obupapula nina bungi naye tujja tetusobodde tetulaba tusobodde nalebugaluya tusanyuse nnyo okulaba Eugene Nasolo, you're welcome.
Thank you, welcome.
Abakulembeze mwenna ng'era bwe tukyali nti tuli bisaamu amaiso twasobola okuba nti tubabona bukalamu era amayina tulina agaleetamu nkole neeyo Omugalatiya
Kimanya Kawulera ow'ekitundu ekyo namba 3 mu Parliament ly'onego ky'abakutikka maama weebale kujja zaage zikuge oyobo zaage Bichanga municipality Francis Zake Commissioner nacho mchongerako Commissioner of Parliament Honorable Zake webale kujja Kavule Frank Honorable Kavule Frank Minister for Abavubuka webale nnyo bale kujabuka okwate bulungi Honorable Jerry Kunyeko
Timu yaffe ekulembera abasawo okuva Mbale, you most welcome honorable.
Thank you
webale nnyo mwebale ddala kubeerawo. Abavudde mu shauri yako namwe tubaniriza nnyo mwena abavudde mu shauri yako kyamano awo kikubu angambye wali
yebale kujja
ya DJ banange president wetwogerera side eri ali mu ku unveilinga wano wajja kubeerawo okujjukira n'okumanya abafiiriddemu eno struggle ku bisenge ebyo byonna era nga gwe basoose oku unveilinga president ng'ali wamu n'abakulembeze banne abadde Yasin Kauma oyo Yasin Kauma General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni kennyini yalagira ku kisaawe eggulu bakomewo bakole obutemu era bwe bakomawo okukola obutemu baali bazze kubukola ku His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu naye ne bakwasa driver we omugenzi kati Yasin Kauma. Bannayuganda n'ensi yonna mulina okujjukira nti Yasin Kauma okutemulwa kwe kwalagirwa na kyemalira yennyini Yoweri Kaguta Museveni ne banne awatali kujja wadde dakiika n'emu. Nengera nti owokubiri president kwamaze okwanveilinga side wali yoyo yabuzibwawo yoyo yawambibwa yoyo bwe tutamanyi mayitire ku bimukwatako Kibalama John Bosco mwe abatali abato mu Uganda mu myaka gy'ensanvu wabula omusajja gwe bayita Bendikto Kiwanuka yali mulamuzi naye faananyiriza nnyo n'oyo Kibalama kuba naye accountant oli Amini ye yabikola ono Museveni yabikoze. Museveni aba yawukana n'Amini ate nga bw'onooyereza emmotoka eyawamba Bendikto Kiwanuka Museveni baagimulabamu Embale. Ebyo bigambo bya president
Number 3 president amaze okwanveilinga oba okubikula Nabukenya Rita
we bagenze awo we babikula ateeka okuba oyo nga ye Rita Nabukenya yatemulwa enagulu ku police headquarters kumpi n'akatale k'Enakawa. Poliisi ng'erinawo kamera n'ekyusa n'egamba nti mu kutemula Rita Nabukenya tebalina masanyalaze. Bye twogerako twogera mu kibuga Kampala, tetwogera Busia, tetwogera Ivunamba, tetwogera Luwuka. Poliisi tebalina masanyalaze awali kamera ng'abapoliisi batemula Rita Nabukenya era yabatuma teyali mulala yenna okujjako nakyemalira yennyini Yoweri Kaguta Tibuhabulwa Museveni. Ekyo nakyo yagadde abato mubeerenga mukimanyi era kibeere ku lipo. Yaleka abaana Rita Nabukenya.
Namba 4 erinnya nga siriraba.
Namba 4 webali kati ku namba 4 ebifa Frank Senteza oyo ye mugenzi Frank Senteza yatemulwa ennaku z'omwezi nga 3 Novemba Desemba yatemulwa ennaku z'omwezi nga 3 Desemba ng'era okutemulwa kwe nakyemalira yennyini yatuma akabonda akakulembera baloketi ne bajja bakola ettemu nga balemesa okuleeta Ashraf eyakubwa amasasi nga kati ali mu ggwanga lya Amerika mu kufuna obujjanjabi. Oyo Frank Senteza ne bamutomera ng'emmotoka eyamutomera yali mmotoka y'amagye agalina okuba aga Uganda.
President akomawo
banaye president wuyo akomawo baba ali kutambula noyo Bina noyo musinguzi noyo alali ali kutambula ni mama Bobi wena kusangaire Obini. President Alikwira. We are writing history in Uganda. We will maneuver and liberate this country.
We shall never forget this.
We will liberate this country.
One day,
We will liberate this country.
that is our mission.
Kakalam, we will liberate this
And
country.
we shall overcome.
We will liberate Uganda.
Honorable Miriam Matembe,
Tusanyuse nnyo mwenna okubalaba.
Deputy President Nabesha John Baptist,
You're most welcome.
Omlot Mwali, Madmaya Wali, Elias Lukwako, Elliot Kaija, Yetimu Warakade President, Ala Tukakane. President Akomiewo. That's enough.
Banange, without wasting time, mwenna mulaba obudde bwe bufaanana. Enkuba eyagala kutonya. Tetugenda kumala budde bwonna, but to start the program, we will be running this program alongside the Honorable Namuga, but it will overall be taken by my boss, Honorable Joel Senyonyi. Mbawemu ku Senyonyi ndowooza kati abatwaleko nange ifune ku lwendo lw'amazzi. Si weewaawo?
Weewaawo.
People power.
Our power.
Our power.
People power.
NUP.
Everywhere.
Kati baboy basina yogera luzungu lungi. Musooke mulengere emmanju wale ekizimbe kiri wali mukiraba.
Tukirengera.
Ekyo kyaffe.
Kale mukikubirako mu ngalo.
Kino ekiri wano mukiraba.
Tukirengera.
Nakyo kyaffe.
Bakyamanyi mukikubirako mu ngalo.
Kiri ekiri wali mukiraba.
Nkirengedde.
Ekyo nakyo kyaffe.
Katonda wange byonna byaffe.
Wano watuyimiridde mulaba wano. Wano nawo waffe.
Katonda wange.
Nawo we mutudde wonna.
Wonna waffe.
Nawo wonna waffe.
Lwaki twakubirako mu ngalo?
People power.
Our power.
Our power.
People power.
Bannaye tufunye amaka. Omwana bw'akula afuna amaka. Tufunye amaka kyovudola abawaliwo abalina ennugu abafunye akasajja ku mutima kubanga bo bakyapangisa. Ffe tufunye amaka. Kino kiraga nti tuli beeteefuteefu okwasaganya ensonga y'obukulembeze. Kubanga obukulembeze butandikira waka. Mr. President and the rest of our leaders want to welcome everybody that has come. Once again, we want to welcome retired Kano Dr. Kiza Besije Endulu Eya Kano. We want to welcome Omulodi w'ekibuga Kampala, the Honorable Miria Matembe. We want to welcome our Deputy Presidents, Deputy Central, Deputy Western, Deputy Eastern. Kindly stand. We want to welcome, of course, our Secretary General. He's also in the house. The Deputy Secretary General of the FDC, Harold Kaija. We have taken note of our other leaders, but let me request all NUP members of Parliament to stand. NUP members of Parliament, you are welcome. Please stand and wave to the crowd.
Thank you, the honorable members, for gracing this function.
Now, we have also been joined by members of Parliament from other political parties. Kindly stand. Members of Parliament from other political parties, you're very welcome. Honorable Dr. Timothy Batua, Honorable Aga from Jinja. I saw Honorable Asinas Nyakatu somewhere.
Has been around.
You are all very welcome. Let me request LC5 chairpersons please stand. LC5 chairpersons, want to take note of your presence. Thank you for coming.
You are very recognized.
From PG, from Butambala. Mayors, let me request mayors to also stand. You are very welcome. Let me request speakers at various levels. Speakers, please stand.
We want to thank you very much for gracing this function.
Councillors at various levels, LC5, LC3, and so on. Councillors, please stand.
All the councillors stand up for recognition. Thanks so much.
Bana inamwe bafutu soja mwekubire mu ngalo.
Clap for yourselves.
So we are not going to delay too much because the weather is beginning to change. I'm going to invite the Secretary General. He's going to update us on a couple of things, how we get to be here. Some people have been asking, but hey, wait a minute. We unveiled a different plan with one building. Now there are like 5 buildings. What happened along the way? He's going to give us all of that information and why we got to that place.
All those questions are going to be answered.
To come.
All those questions are going to be answered by the Secretary General.
People power, our power, NUP, everywhere. In Kabong, NUP, in Barara, here, even here. People power. Mr. President, our distinguished guests, particularly Dr. Chiza Besije, all the deputy presidents who are here today, our members of parliament, honorable members of parliament, the members of the National Executive Committee, the mayors and speakers. Because of time, I will speak very briefly and translate what I'll be saying into Luganda, and then we invite another speaker. First of all, we are here to thank God today for the far He has brought us. The journey which started in Chadondo can be seen where it has reached today. As the Bible says, do not despise the day of small beginnings. And we are 100% sure that the God who has brought us this far is going to take us until we are fully in charge of the affairs of our country so that our people get a better life. Secondly, I already told you in July last year when we were unveiling this place that first of all, it was a deliberate step. It was a deliberate step not to acquire land in Kololo, not to acquire land in Nakasero, even though we would have done it. We decided under the guidance of our president that we have been in the ghettos of Kamocha and we must look for land in another ghetto where the common people are. And that is why we decided to come here in Kavule, in Waise. So that is the symbolism of this place. And I'm glad that we have been able to transform this ghetto into this wonderful headquarters, which I believe is an example, not only in Uganda, but to the rest of Africa. Now, the other question, as Honorable Senator said, people have been asking why we decided to build this and not that we had initially unveiled. Ladies and gentlemen, the initial plan which we unveiled on that day requires over 4 billion shillings to put into place, which is a lot of money which we do not have right now. But we decided that we should be able to use what we have to create something beautiful out of it. At the time when we unveiled this place, ladies and gentlemen, we only had 2 plots. One plot there and another one here. But like Honorable Senyonyi said, from last year, we have been able to acquire 4 more plots in this very place. That building there belongs to us. We acquired it where the office of the president is. We were able to acquire this building. And we were also able to expand on the outside. Even this very building where we are right now, when we unveiled last year, we did not have it. It was not ours. So we decided to also buy this building and used less than 10% of the money that we would have required to build the other one which we had showed to you. That is because we thought we should be frugal, but also have what we needed to get. So that is the explanation I thought I should give to you. The other point I want to make is to appreciate our president. As you all know, we have been using Kamocha as our headquarters for over 4 years, even under People Power. And that place, we have been using it free of charge. We have not been paying for the land in Kamocha, which belongs to our president. But more to that, the president has allowed us to continue using that place for NUP, for People Power. And we have decided that in Kamocha, we are going to establish the National Unity Platform School of Leadership. So that is where we shall take our trainings so that comrade leaders can be educated in leadership and other aspects. So all the other departments, finance and administration, mobilization, the election management committee, organization and party building, policy and research, legal, media and communications, training. The head office will be here, although the training will be taking place there. And then arts, culture and sports, all of those departments will be here. And now that we have unveiled this place, we shall be open full every day to serve you, to serve Ugandans. What I can say is, this is your place. You're all welcome to come and use it. In a special way, I want to appreciate some people that I've worked with over time. And those, of course, apart from the president, Chairman Nyanzi. He has been very instrumental in the work that has been going on here, giving ideas and everything else. Comrade Nubian Lee seated over there. Comrade Nubian Lee. We also have another plot of land behind the other office where we shall soon establish a studio so that the ghetto youth can come and sing revolutionary songs from that place. So you can see the office which has the biggest demand. So we should put it there very soon. And of course other leaders, I can't mention all of them. I want to appreciate the members of parliament. I also want to elaborate People Power. I want to also state, I've been seeing propagandists trying to say, where did we get money to buy all this? These are resources strictly that are given to us, that are allocated by parliament. That is why we did not even do a fundraising for this place. We have used only those funds to establish all this. You all remember that NRM gets 75.5% of those resources. I don't know what they use it for, but NUP gets only 12.9% of those resources, and we've been getting it for only about 2 years. And this is what we've been able to use that money. Of course, in addition to the many things we do, our guests, as you know, the party has been having a heavy load, especially having to support families of our victims of torture, of extrajudicial killings, etc., of helping political prisoners and all those others. So you can see we've been trying to remain accountable and transparent in the use of the little resources we get. I want to recognize you, Election Management Committee. Thank you for being very smart on this day. Those are members of the Election Management Committee, Mr. President, and our distinguished guests. Ekisooka twebaza nnyo Katonda okutuyamba olukulwa leero ne tutuuka ku milestone eno. Nga bwe mbagambye twanveiringa kino ekifo omwaka oguwedde mu mwezi ogw'omusanvu, naye kirungi nnyo okulaba nti olunaku lwa leero tugulawo office. Era bwe twagulawo wano twalina plots 2 zokka mu kifo kino. Twagenda mu maaso ne tufuna plots endala 4. Era tetwafuna plots ezitaliko kintu, wabula twagula n'ebizimbe nga kino kyennyini kye tulimu. Kyali kizimbe kya muntu, ekirala ennyumba gye mulaba naye twakigula ne tugula n'eno, ne tugula n'eyo ennyumba eri awo gye mulaba. Era omwo tugenda kubeeramu ne offices ez'enjawulo, naye tugenda kubeera ne projects ez'enjawulo omuli bannamateeka baffe n'ebirala bwe bityo. Nga bwe twabagamba, bwe twali tulonkinga wano tugula wano ekifo, bwe twakisooka kilonkinga twabategeeza nti oboolyawo twalifunye ettaka ekololo enakasero oba abalala, naye nga tulungamizibwa president waffe twasalawo nti tusigale mu ghetto. Ne tugamba tuve Kamoocha naye tusigale mu ghetto, Netugamba tetugenda genda na kasero bawalala katugende ewali abantu baffe. Mwatu kwe kulaba nga twajja wano mu ghetto ebwayise oba ekavule. Ensonga endala waliwo abadde beebuuza kiri ekifaananyi kye twabateerako ekyali kimu lwaki tetwazimba ekyo ne tusalawo okubeera n'ebizimbe bino eby'enjawulo. Ekyo ekizimbe ba engineer bwe batubaliramu ssente zeetaagisa zaali mu buwumbi 4. Ne tugamba nti mu kifo ky'okuzimba ekizimbe kimu ku buwumbi 4 kati kusaawa zino nga tetulina ssente nnyingi ne tusalawo waakiri tugule ebizimbe bino byonna tubirenovate tubiredesigning. Twafuna aba engineers abakabi era simanyi chief engineer waffe bawali Mwami Abudu Nyombi n'abalala ne baturedesigning era bino ebizimbe abakulu bamaze obirambula naye nammwe mukirizibwa nga tumaze wano ogenda ne mubirambula ne mulaba bwe biri ebyakabi ennyo. So sente ze twakozesa wano teziwera na butundutundu 10 ku buli 100 kwezo ze twali badde tukozesa okuzimba kiri ekizimbe. Naye era nga bwe tugenda maaso n'okula n'ekizimbe ekyakabi ekyo ekisingira ddala ku bino bye tulina wano oba olyawo tugenda kiteekako naye tulina n'enteekateeka ez'okugula ettaka ne tuzimba offices mu bitundu by'enjawulo eby'eggwanga. Njagala n'okwebaza abantu baffe ab'enjawulo abavuddeyo ne batuwa ettaka mu bitundu eby'enjawulo. Mr. President nga bw'omanyi abantu ab'enjawulo baze nga batuwa ettaka ekayunga n'awalala era neyo tugenda kuzimbayo offices zaffe eza NUP. Ekisemberayo ddala nti njagala nnyo mwena abali wano mwebaze President kubanga yatuwa ettaka lye ery'Ekamooca tubadde tulikozeseza bwereere ebbanga lino lyonna. Era teyakomyawo yagambye n'okugamba nti ne kati ekyo ekifo tukyakirina tusobola okukozesa byonna okubeera nga tukikozesa era tukyagenda mu maaso awo tuteekewo ettendekero by'obukulembeze Ekamooca. Era mwe bageto youth abali wano kati mufunye chance tugenda kubeera n'essomero ery'obukulembeze Ekamooca we tubadde tukolera emirimu gyaffe. Era mujja kufuna ne certificate munange bw'omala kutendekebwa mu ssomero lya NUP ery'obukulembeze tugenda kuwa certificate ovimbe. So ekisemberayo ddala nebaziza mukulu chairman Nyanzi Nubianli n'abakulembeze abalala Honorable Senyonyi n'abalala abadde batuyambayo nnyo buli lunaku okulaba nga kino ekifo kifaanana bwe kiti. Mpoze ensonga esemberayo ddala omukulu Nubianli ali mu nteekateeka ez'okubateerako mmwe bageto youth studio wali emabega tulinawo ettaka eddala mubeere nga musobola okujja wano mu recording ennyimba ez'akabi n'ebirala bwe bityo. Mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala. People power, our power.
Thank you, the Secretary General. Clap for him. Mumukubire engalo. Much our Secretary General. We are going to have the Honorable John Baptist Nambeshe, our Deputy President. Honorable John Baptist Nambeshe is going to take us through the profiles of all our deceased and missing persons. You've been seeing the President was moving around the other side. He's going to give you all that profile for you to know what is happening behind the scene. John Honorable Patrick Nambeshe.
Mr. President, my fellow Deputy Presidents, the honorable leaders of political formation is present, particularly Dr. Kano Kizza Besigye and the rest, members of Parliament present, our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to make a citation. The citation I'm making is peculiar because it is a praiseworthy act in honor of our distinguished departed comrades. I greet you and welcome you all to this unprecedented event. If you look at the wall behind you, or besides you, you will see drawn thereon faces of a few of the many martyrs and victims that Mr. Museveni's regime has made of the comrades with whom we started this journey. At the extreme end, just behind there, is a painting of the late Yasin Kauma. He was shot dead towards 9 p.m. on 13th October 2018 as he sat inside President Chagulanyi's vehicle that had parked outside Pacific Hotel in Arua. The shooter was a member of Mr. Museveni's military guards, commonly known as SFC. Kauma had spent that fateful day driving President Chagulanyi as he mobilized support for Honorable Kassiano Wadiri, who was contesting then in the parliamentary by-election of Arua municipality. At the time of his shooting, Kauma was seated in the exact spot where the Honorable Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu had been sitting just moments earlier as he drove him through the town. It is therefore clear that whoever took Kauma's life, and in fact intended the bullet for the Honorable Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu. Yasin Kauma was not just a driver. He was a father of 11 young children and the proprietor of a charitable organization that identified, nurtured, and looked after talented but vulnerable children. His remains lie buried in Guama in PG district. Next to the late Kauma, just behind there, is a painting of Comrade Kibalama Bosco, John Bosco. Kibalama John Bosco was the only child of his mother. He was abducted on 3rd June 2019 as he returned home to his family. The car in which he had been traveling was found abandoned with his phones and identity cards by the roadside towards Gayaza town. To date, we have not seen or heard from him. People power, our power. Now cool down and relax as I conclude the citation. The closest we have come to knowing what really happened to Kibalama was 7 months ago when the regime's Prime Minister, the Honorable Robin Anabanja, took responsibility for his abduction. She claimed that Kibalama was a hardcore criminal who had been murdering policemen. Until his abduction, Kibalama was mobilizing support for his intended bid to represent the people of Busiro North in the parliament, a constituency represented at the time by the Honorable Dennis Sozi Kalabuzi, who was also the junior minister for Ruero Triangle. Kibalama is also part of a long list of comrades who were abducted and have remained missing for weeks, months, and years. Some of these include 1. Semundu Michael, Semudu Michael was abducted from Kasubi on 28th of November 2020. 2. Damurila John was abducted from Kisaka Market on 21st December 2020. 3. Mbabazi Moses, who was abducted from Kisaka Market on 26th November 2020. 4. Narumonso Vincent, abducted from Bugorobi on 1st December 2020. 5. Lukwago Martin, abducted from Bugorobi on 3rd November 2020. 6. Kinata Mohammed, abducted from Mukono on 23rd December 2020. 7. Sempija Yuda, abducted also from Mukono on 19th December 2020. 8. Musisim Boa, abducted from Kisenyi, Kampala on 18th December 2020. 9. Kiria Peter was abducted from Nasana on 1st December 2020. 10. Wangolo Shafik was abducted from Nasana on 3rd December 2020. 11. Zimula Dennis, abducted from Nasana on 25th November 2020. 12. Ruemba Mustafa, abducted from Nasana on 19th November 2020. 13. Mubiru Hassan, abducted from Kawala on 20th November 2020. 14. Sesazi Isma, abducted from Makindye on 19th November 2020. 15. Kisembo Godfrey. Kisembo was abducted from Mubende town on 12th February 2021. George Kasumba, abducted from Chotara on 19th January 2021. And Baguma Joseph, abducted from Chevando in December 2020. Now next to Kibalama behind there is Comrade Rita Nabukenya. Comrade Rita Nabukenya on the morning of 24th February 2020 was pursued and ran over by a police patrol truck in Nakawa as she traveled on a motorcycle. She was rushing to attend a consultation meeting organized by President Chagulanyi at Popopo Memorial Center in Rubaga. Eyewitnesses stated that once the police officers realized Rita still alive, they reversed the truck and ran over her again until they were sure she was dead before speeding away from the scene. While this incident happened, right under the watch of police CCTV cameras, the police spokesperson claimed that the particular camera was faulted that day, so they could not retrieve any footage to identify the soldiers responsible for Rita's death. Rita left behind 2 daughters, the oldest of whom is now about 10 years of age. Until her death, she was a presenter on Olujiliro TV, one of the popular online media outlets, the platform she was using to mobilize fellow women and oppressed youth to get national IDs in preparation for the 2021 presidential election. We laid her to rest in the Chiwaka district on 25th February 2020. Francis Chibalama Senteza, fondly known as Frank, is the face that is painted at the extreme right, just behind there on the wall. Frank was about 26 years of age when a military police patrol truck, registration number H4DF2382, deliberately ran over him at Buseka roundabout, and the occupants on the military truck, police truck, just continued as if nothing had happened. Frank, a bodyguard to our president, was knocked dead on 27th of December 2020 as he tried to clear the way for the president's campaign team that was rushing journalist Ashraf Kasirye to hospital. Ashraf Kasirye had been shot in the head while covering President Kyagulanyi as he traveled from Masaka for a campaign meeting. Like many other youths disgruntled with how our country is being run, Frank had just left his job he was doing as a carpenter in Waise and committed his full time to the struggle. We buried him at Kiroza village in Masaka. The four comrades on that wall like many other disgruntled, that one I was done. The four comrades on that wall represent thousands of others who have in one way or another faced the wrath of Mr. Museveni's regime for identifying with President Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, who is challenging his grip on power. Journalist Ashraf Kasirye and the producer Danny Magic are living examples of the many failed attempts at President Kyagulanyi's life, as both have in the past been shot with projectiles aimed at them. The plight of the victims I have mentioned here, in addition to those whose names we have not mentioned for lack of time, highlights the many risks that anybody who dares to challenge Mr. Museveni must be ready for. Mr. Museveni might consider Yasin, might consider Rita, Frank, Danny Cheyune, Hakim Sekama, and Charles Mutiable, and many other departed comrades as mere statistics in his long and winding history of political matters. But they formed an integral part of our struggle for change, and we get many challenges along the way, but the memory of these comrades keeps us going. They did not die in vain. A luta continua. I would like you to substitute the clapping with the raising up, so that we observe a moment of silence for these departed comrades. I pray. And may their souls rest in eternal peace.
Your Excellency, Your Excellency, I already have a feel for the Honorable Jolly Mujisha, who is going to speak after Honorable Nambeshi. For such a sad moment, it's not easy to speak to such a congregation, but I pray that you get the courage to speak to the people. Your Excellency, I take this moment and honor to invite Honorable Jolly Mujisha, our Deputy President for the Western Region, to speak to you.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the First Lady, our invited guests, our distinguished guests, members of Parliament, all the leaders and the Nook family, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to bring in a very happy moment because, as you very well know, in life we have sunshine, then the next day there is rain, and that's how life is all about. Your Excellency, dear guests, at this juncture, allow me to introduce to you our guest speaker this afternoon. Your Excellency, our guest speaker is a dedicated activist. He is a symbol of perseverance in our struggle against Mr. Museveni's dictatorship and oppression. He's vocal, he's fearless, and he's a very, very good advocate for the rule of law, democracy, human rights, and good governance in Uganda. The man in whose deviant steps we are all walking. The man who has for the most part of his life sacrificed his life, his wealth, his dignity, his health, and comfort to the service of our nation. The man has been arrested very, very many times and has been subjected to all manner of torture and humiliation. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, allow me to invite the epitome of the political struggle in Uganda, a dedicated nationalist, none other than the retired Dr. Kano Chiza Besigye. Welcome him with a very loud shout, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome, Kano Dr. Chiza Besigye.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, Madam the First Lady, the Right Honorable, the Leader of Opposition in Parliament, Your Worship, the Lord Mayor of the capital city of Kampala, the Honorable Members of Parliament who are here, the leadership of the National Unity Platform, all distinguished invited guests who are here, senior citizen, the Honorable Miriam Matembe, the Honorable John Ken Luchams the man, the Honorable Kibirige Mayanja, former President of JEMA, the Honorable Gaila Saddam, leader of PPP, of course, although I introduced the Lord Mayor, he's also the interim president of FDC. All of you activists, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is fitting to start my remarks by saying that God is good. And all the time, that is his nature. Give a loud clap to God. Our Jamaa, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We came today on this very memorable day to thank the Lord who has brought us this far. Who would have expected that President Kyagulanyi would still be around here today? You just heard that our brother Yasin is in the grave that should be occupied by President Kyagulanyi. And that goes for all of us. Every day we get out of our homes, we don't know whether we shall go back home. So let us thank the Lord who has brought us this far. But we came today to celebrate a wonderful, wonderful achievement by, I think, the youngest political party, but yet the one that has created this wonderful home for itself. There is absolutely no doubt that what was experienced since yesterday of trying to block this ceremony was nothing but shame on the part of Mr. Museveni. And shame on him, Mr. Museveni, again. That for 37 years, coming to 40, not only leading a party they say is the ruling party, but also leading Uganda. That the party he claims to lead does not even have a kiosk to call a kiosk of The people who are unfortunate to identify and call themselves NRM surely must challenge Mr. Museveni of how they call themselves a mass party, that they can be without a home for 4 decades. And by the way, NRM grabbed a free plot, prime plot in a town near the Crested Towers, and has had that plot for 40 years without ever being able to put a brick on it. So ladies and gentlemen, we come here today to congratulate you, sir, for this achievement, and through you to congratulate the NUP activists and the people of Uganda for this achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was asked to make some remarks as we mark this great day, and here at the National Unity Platform, I thought that I should only make remarks in one respect. So ladies and gentlemen, I thought on this day I should talk about one thing. When we say many things, sometimes the most important is not appreciated. So I intend to give you one message only. And that is what our mission as the current people living in Uganda is. What is our mission? Because all this is happening in the middle of a long history of suffering by the people of Uganda. Ndowooza nja kutabulamu njogero olufuutifuuti ntabulemu n'Oluganda abamu abatategeera biri waakiri tukwatagane ku bino. Nagambye nti nazze bwe nasabibwa okubaako kye njogera ku lunaku olukulu luno, nasalawo njogere ku kintu kimu kyokka: obuvunaanyizibwa bannayuganda abakyali balamu olwaleero bwe balina ku ggwanga lyaffe lino. Kubanga nga bwe mulaba tetumanyi n'enkya n'abeerawo, ffe abakyaliwo tulina buvunaanyizibwa ki? What is our mission today? And in saying this, njagala tukiriziganye nti tuwangaalira mu ggwanga oba agaali amawanga nga gonna gaatuwambibwako. Uganda was not one country, it was many nations. All those nations were captured by the British. Amawanga gaffe gonna gawambibwa abazungu. era nga nnaku 10 ogwokusatu omwaka ogwa 1900 on the 10th of March 1900 the British, that time led by a representative of the King of England, entered into an agreement with Buganda, which was one of the nations of Uganda. In the agreement of 1900, which was on the 10th of March, Buganda submitted to the rule of the King of England on the 10th of March 1900. And subsequently, the other nations of Uganda submitted to the rule of the King of England. Okuvira ddala nnaku nga 10 omwezi ogwokusatu 1900 eggwanga Buganda lyadda wansi w'omukulembeze wa Bungereza mu butongole nateekako n'emukono n'amawanga amalala gonna ne gagoberera ku lunaku olwo gonna ne gawambibwa ne gadda wansi wa obukulembeze bw'omufuzi owa Bungereza. Kuva 1900 abantu baffe nga tebakkiriza bafugibwa abazungu batandikirawo okulwana okuzza eggwanga mu mikono gyabwe. Bwe tuba tuyimba ekitiibwa kya Buganda tugamba tutukire nnyo baani abaakola ki? Balwana nnyo okulaba nti eggwanga liddawa mu mikono gyaffe. Era tusaanye nnyo okujjukira bajjajjaffe abo abalwana ennyo. We should remember very much those patriots who fought to return our country in the hands of our citizens. And by the way, even at that time, there were educated people and there were people who were not quite educated. The people who led the most effective struggle were not the educated, but the ordinary people led by people like Augustine Kamya, Ignatius Musazi. These were not Haji Busungu. These were ordinary people who led the struggle to free Uganda from the British. And after 62 years of struggle, in 1962, the British gave up and handed over Uganda back to us. Mubakubire engalo ez'amaanyi abalwa. But since 1962, no leader of Uganda has come from the decision of Ugandans to be lifted to the leadership of our country. Every leader since 1962 has bombed their way into office. Every leader has been bombed out of office. Buli akulembeddeko Uganda yaleetebwa mundu. Buli agenze yatwalibwa ki? Ekitegeeza abantu temuyina ki? temuyina buyinza ku bukulembeze. Mundu yokka yekola ki? Yeina. Mwagala byuma. So, basebo ne banyabo kuva omuzungu bwe yagenda emundu ze yali atufugisa zo zasigala nga zikola ki? Nga zikyatufuga n'okutuusa leero. Nawulidde wano Mwami Museveni ng'agamba nti tebayita ettendekero erimu erinnya lya Idi Amin, nti kubanga Idi Amin yatwala bukulembeze mu bukyamu. Ekikulaga nti Mwami Museveni takyamanyi kyakola ki? Takyamanyi kyali. Takyamanyi kyali. Tamanyi naye obuyinza yabutwala mu ki? Ku maanyi. So basebo ne banyabo kuva 62 bannayuganda balwana z'omulimu gwaba Augustine Kamya okulaba nti obuyinza ddala budda mu bantu kuva 62. Basebo ne banyabo bajjajjaffe nabagambye nti kyabatwalira emyaka 60 kuva 62 guno mwaka gwa kumeka. Leero tuli mu mwaka gwa kumeka? 60 guno omwaka kuva lwe tufuna obwetwaze guno gwe tulimu ogutandise mu Oktoba nga 9 guno omwaka gwa 60. Kati bajjajjaffe abatayina masimu kwogeraganya kutegeera ekigenda mu maaso, abatayina mamotoka, abatayina kintu kyonna, oba bawangula omuzungu mu myaka 62. Kati ffe na buli kimu guno mwaka gwa 60 mwagala nagwo guyitewo, n'omwaka guno nagwo guyitewo, ne bajjajjaffe kye bakola kituleme kye tukyaliko. So basebo ne banyabo, nze message eyandeese wano njagala kubasoomooza nti omwaka guno ogw'62 guyina kuba gwakyawula ntamu. Teekewo ki? Nsalasale. Teekewo ki? Nsalasale. 60 kisoboka. Kikola ki? Kisobokera ddala. It's possible. It's possible. So nga sinatuula ekyo nga nkibawadde, njagala njogere katono ku ngeri ki gye kisoboka, kinaasoboka. Nsuubira nti bwe guno bwe guba guli mwaka gwa 62 ate nga gwe gusembayo